So Microsoft just rolled out a new AI feature inside of Microsoft Edge that can actually see what's on your screen. And I know exactly how that sounds because the first time I heard about this, I thought, well, great, this is just recall baked into Microsoft Edge now. But the more I looked into it, the more I realized that's not really what this is at all. And honestly, this might be one of the very few times where I'd say Microsoft has actually used AI in a good way. So let me show you what this actually is, and just as importantly, how to check if it's running on your own PC and how to switch it off if you want to. By the way, if you're looking to secure your connection, I personally use Proton VPN. They have an actual free tier with unlimited bandwidth and no logs, which is very rare. It's perfect if you just want to browse privately or bypass basic blocks. Now, the free version auto-connects you to the fastest available server, so if you need to manually pick a specific country, like for streaming, you will need their paid plan. This video is not sponsored by them, but I do have affiliate links in the description. If you start with the free version and then decide to upgrade later, I'll earn a small commission at no extra cost to you, and it helps to support the channel. Thanks for that. Now, back to the video. Now, I completely understand the worry here, because the moment you hear the words an AI that watches your screen while you browse, the very first thing you think of is recall. And a lot of you have told me, based on the comments on my past videos, that a feature like that feels a lot more like spyware than something that's actually there to help you. So I get it, and that was pretty much my exact reaction too. And I know some of you are already typing out that this is exactly why you don't trust Microsoft. And honestly, that's fair. But here's the thing. This is a completely different feature with a completely different job. And once you see what it actually does, I think a lot of that worry goes away. So what we're really looking at here is a feature Microsoft calls the Scareware blocker. And if you've never run into Scareware before, it's those full screen scam pages that suddenly take over your browser and try to panic you. So what the Scareware blocker does is it uses a small AI model that runs directly on your PC, a computer vision model, and when a page goes full screen, it has a look at what's on that page and compares it against thousands of known scam pages. And if it decides that what's on your screen is one of those scams, Edge steps in, it drops you straight back out of full screen, it cuts off that loud fake alarm sound, and it shows you a warning with a little thumbnail of the page, so you can just close it and carry on. And that's the whole idea here, to catch the scam before someone actually falls for it. And this is honestly the part that makes me like it. Because I ran a computer repair business for 10 years, and during that time, I can't even tell you how many people I've seen fall for these types of scams. I mean, there was even a case where someone fell for a phone call from Microsoft telling them that they have too much lead in their PC and they have to pay a fee to get the lead out of their PC. So trust me, people fall for all types of scams. And most of the time, though not always, it is older folks, people who aren't that tech savvy, who see that scary full screen warning, genuinely believe their computer's been hacked, and end up phoning that number and giving a criminal access to their PC. By the way, if you're getting any value out of this video, please do me a favor and hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Now, let me just come back to recall for a second, because this part is really important, and it's also the part I think the most confusion is going to come from. Because on the surface, they do sound the same. Both are AI, both look at your screen, but what they actually do couldn't be more different. Recall is a Windows feature, and its whole job is to remember. It takes those snapshots of your screen every few seconds, it saves them onto your hard drive, and it slowly builds up a searchable history of everything you've been doing on your PC. The Scareware blocker does none of that. It only ever looks at the one page that's on your screen right there in the moment, while it's full screen. And it's only ever asking one single question. Is this a scam? Yes or no? So no, this is not recall, and it's not recall quietly built into Edge either. It's a real-time scam filter that just happens to use AI to do its job. So here's what Microsoft says. They say all of the analysis happens locally on your device and that no screenshots or images are sent to the cloud. The model runs on your PC, it doesn't save anything, and the only time a screenshot ever leaves your machine is if you choose to report a scam yourself to help them block it for other people. And there's one thing worth clearing up here, because it really matters. This isn't sitting there watching your everyday browsing. It only kicks in when a page goes full screen, which is exactly what these scam pages do to try and trick you. So it's not reading your banking tab or your emails or any other tabs for that matter. It only kicks in when the page goes full screen. But even with that, I'll be honest, it is still a model that's looking at whatever's on that full screen page. And we are taking Microsoft at their word that none of it leaves your device. So right now, it does come down to how much you trust Microsoft on this one. So take that for what it is. I think the design itself is genuinely good, but I'd still keep a healthy bit of doubt. And either way, you should know that whether it runs at all is completely your choice. Now, there's one important thing to be clear about here. And I know some of you are already wondering it. Because this only works on full screen pages, it's not gonna catch every scam out there. So those smaller scam ads and fake pop-ups you get on some websites, the ones that don't take over your whole screen, this isn't going to stop those, because that's not what it's built for. It's made specifically for that full screen takeover type of scam, where a page hijacks your entire screen to panic you. So it's a really useful extra layer, but it's not a replacement for staying careful and using the protections you'd normally have in place. So the big question you're probably asking now, is this already running on my PC right now? And for a lot of you, the answer is probably yes. Microsoft says the Scareware blocker is now switched on by default on most Windows and Mac machines, as long as your PC is reasonably modern, so more than 2 gigs of RAM and enough CPU cores. But either way, you don't have to take my word for whether it's on, because you can go and check it for yourself, and it's really easy to do. You just head into your Edge settings, then have a look for privacy, search and services on the left, then go into security, and you'll notice a toggle sitting right there called Scareware Blocker, and that's your control. If it's switched off and you want that protection, just switch it on. And if you'd honestly rather not have any AI looking at your screen at all, for whatever reason it is, you can just switch it off and it's gone. And that's the part I really appreciate here, that it's genuinely left up to you. And honestly, if you're someone that looks after and sets up PCs for your parents or grandparents, then I would probably leave this feature on for them if they're using the Edge browser, because they are the exact type of people that these scams go after. So where does all of that leave us? For once, I actually think this is Microsoft using AI the way that it should be used. Quietly, running locally to protect the people that are most likely to get caught out by these scams. And it's not just another thing watching everything you do that can be sent back to Microsoft.